folks, and welcome back to the Grumpy Gamer channel. That's it, you guessed it. As always, this is a channel where you get to see this old git talk about modern games. So for today's in-car comments, first thing I want to mention, I forgot all about mentioning this earlier, so I'm probably well late to the party, and you guys already know, but if you have Swordsman, they have done an update. They've released a patch which fixes the problem with the boss fights. You may recall I spoke about this before, where when you come up against the bosses, you literally, it takes about 2 seconds, then he goes a bit weird, then he dies, you get the achievement for beating him, but you haven't beaten him, so you can't even get to the boss weapons. Well, that's all fixed now, so you can fight the bosses properly, and you can unlock the boss weapons, which is fab. So, very well done to Sin Studios, fair play to them, great developer, they got that sorted pretty quick. Now, on to the next thing. Now, this isn't about VR gaming. This is about a game that's due to come out in about a month and a half, I think. And this is coming out on the Xbox consoles, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, whatever. And this is Senua's Saga. Now, I hear a lot of people complaining already about this game that's due to come out because apparently it's locked to 30 frames per second. Which people aren't really that happy about. A lot of people aren't bothered, but a lot of people are moaning about it, especially when you think back to the head of marketing at Xbox who said this in 2020. 60 FPS was going to be the standard. So we know that's absolute nonsense. I mean, I've even heard the excuse now that, oh, the reason why it's not running at 60 FPS, and we probably won't be able to get 60 FPS standard in games until the next generation, is because apparently Unreal Engine 5 is too demanding, and actually the current consoles can't do what they told us they were going to do back in 2020. I mean, let's face it, even on the PlayStation box, PS5 box, it said 8K. You seen any games in 8K? I don't think I have either. I haven't even got an 8K telly. But, so I think they did lie to us a little bit this generation, which makes me then think PS5 Pro's supposedly coming out this fall. It's going to do all the things that we were told the standard PS5 was going to do. But is it? I mean, actually, is it? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not massively sold on getting a PS5 Pro. The only way I'd do it is if it was made a huge difference to the PSVR 2. It's the only reason I'd get one. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of people aren't happy about this. Also with Senua's Saga, it's locked at 30 FPS. It's only apparently 6 to 8 hours long. I mean, the original one, Senua's Sacrifice, that was about 8 hours as well, if I remember rightly. But this one seems to be even shorter. They've dumbed down the combat apparently, so in the first one you could fight multiple people at once. Now they've dumbed it right down, so you're only having one-on-one combat encounters. That's it. I don't know why they've done that. Maybe it's to save on performance issues or what, I have no idea. So yeah, it's locked at 30 FPS, which apparently they've also said, trying to defend it, oh, it makes it more cinematic. Really? Really? Yeah, try saying that about any other games. 30 FPS doesn't make them cinematic. Look at, say, for instance, Demon Souls. It's much better running at higher frame rate than running at 30. It's more important for things like parrying and stuff like that, getting your timing right. 60 FPS makes that much easier than 30 FPS. But hey, some people don't mind 30 FPS. I don't mind it. It's not, I mean, we've had 30 FPS, lots of 30 FPS games, and we never really worried about it too much before. The thing is, once you get used to a certain thing, it's difficult to go backwards, isn't it? You know, with me, when I first got Dying Light 2, I didn't realize that it was already set to 60 FPS. I thought it was in graphical mode. So I was playing it away for a good few days, and then I suddenly realized, I'm in performance mode. Let me go and see what the graphics are like. So I put it back down to 30 FPS, and oh my God, it was so juddery compared to what I was used to playing the game at 60. I just could not go back to 30 FPS. And it's the same with any games. If it's got a 60 FPS mode, I am playing it in performance mode every single time. So, yeah, and another thing with Senua Saga, it's also digital only. This is the way it's going, chaps. And it's going to be 50 quid. Now, I'm not sure though I want to drop 50 quid on a game I'm going to finish in 6 hours. A flat screen game I'm going to finish in 6 hours. I mean, I could do that in a day, couldn't I? And then that's it, that 50 quid gone. Doesn't look like it's going to be a game that's going to have any sort of replayability. So, yeah, I mean, graphically, I'm sure it's going to look fantastic. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of people would say this is literally just a tech demo for Xbox to show off what it can do graphically. Maybe so. Maybe so. I'm just hoping it's going to be a great game. Apparently, it's going to be coming to Game Pass anywhere I've heard. But I haven't had that confirmed, so I don't know. If it's coming to Game Pass, hey, why not? Give it a shot, see what you think. But to actually sink 50 quid into it for a day's gaming, no, I think that's a bit much for me. Now, I hear a lot of people say, yeah, but you play VR games, and a lot of VR games are only 4 or 6 hours long. Yeah, they are, but then they're only like 20 quid, 15, 20 quid. You know, there is a difference. I don't mind sinking 15, 20 quid into a game. It's going to take me 6 hours, and it's in VR, which is, yeah, that's just a next level anyway over flat screen games. So I don't know, we shall see, but I see a lot of people losing their mind on the internet about this game, and lots of people trying to defend it, lots of people slagging it off. So it's quite amusing. Honestly, folks, if you're ever feeling a little bit snowflakey, go onto Twitter. Spend a week on Twitter and see the barrage of stuff going on in there. I mean, literally, it's like the Wild West on Twitter. I do enjoy it. You're literally able to say what you want and nobody says that. Nobody, you don't get cancelled or your account closed down or anything. It's honestly madness, Twitter. Anyway, just to let you guys know also, I finally got my camera for the PS5 so I can start streaming. You can see this old fool playing some horror games and getting scared out my skin. But I'm also looking to get a green screen so that you don't have to look at the interior of my house. It'd be better to have a nice background for you guys. So I'm looking at getting one of those as well. But hopefully I can get that and get this all set up properly, ready for Madison. That's right. You guys know I'm obsessed with that game I've never even played. Anyway, folks, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. You play some fantastic games. Me, myself, at the moment, I'm still well into Hellsweeper VR. I haven't jumped back in yet to Overdark VR, but I may do some point this weekend. But I'm just having so much time, like I say, with Hellsweeper VR since the Wrath update. And I'm also getting back into GT7. I just picked up the other day the Mazda 787B race car. Now, this car, I can remember this way back on the PS2. I have great fond memories of a friend and I playing split screen and racing each other in this car, and we had such fun. That was on the PS2. So when I could finally buy it in GT7, I think it was 3 million credits. I bought it a few days ago and I haven't had time to jump back into it until last night. I put a bit of time aside, got into my sim rig, stuck the headset on, and wow, what a fantastic car that is. So forgiving, sticks to the road like glue, looks awesome, brakes so well, you literally going back in time when you brake hard. Just a fantastic car. I did my first try in it on the full Nürburgring, because that's my favourite track of all. Fantastic track that is. I love it. And I whizzed it round there and it's fantastic. So I know I'm going to be jumping back into that this weekend. Probably when I get back today, I'm going to dive straight back in and do some more races in that car because I love it. Anyway, folks, that's enough of me rambling on today. Have a fantastic weekend. Like I say, play some fantastic games and don't forget to like and subscribe, and please feel free to share my video with any friends that might be interested in my nonsense content. So, until next time, folks, I shall see you guys on the other side. Adios.